Some experts say that you have anywhere from 3 to 11 seconds to make a good first impression. So, can you do it? Hi, I'm Molly, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are talking about all things good first impressions, how to make a good one, how to make it last, and why it truly matters. So, pour yourself a cup of tea and let's have a chat. I want you to take a moment and think about the last event or meeting that you went into and how you may have been perceived. Take a moment, think about it. I'll have a sip of tea, and then I'll be right back. Got it? Great. Now, if I had to take a guess, I'm guessing the way that you walked in may have not been the way that you wanted to be perceived. Having a good first impression shows others how you want to be treated and who you truly are. And it also shows them that same respect. It helps us build great rapport with our colleagues, foster stronger relationships with our clients, and even solidify new relationships in our personal life. Walking into an event, staring at your phone, or looking at your feet can give the impression that you lack confidence, that you do not feel secure in your place in that room. And I know that you deserve to be in that room. So we want to make sure that we are giving other individuals that same impression. We want to make sure that our head is held high, our shoulders are back, that we have warm eye contact, a warm expression on our face. This doesn't mean that you need to smile, have a big over-the-top smile when you walk into every room, but having a warm, neutral expression on your face shows those individuals that you are ready to connect. Also, walking into an event or meeting with a overstuffed handbag, frazzled, coffee in one hand, papers falling out of the other, shows that we're not ready to connect, that we're not present, and we are thinking about other things elsewhere. It shows a lack of competence, and that is not the impression that we want to give. So how do we change this? The first thing that I would suggest is to pause before you go into a room. Pause outside of that door. It doesn't need to be very long, but take a moment, adjust your posture, make sure that your chin is parallel to the ground, not too high to show arrogance, not too low to show that insecurity, and have great eye contact. The reason why you want to make sure that you are having great eye contact is you want to be aware of the tone of the room, who is in the room, and give yourself just a moment to have great context before you make that greeting. I plan to have another video that is completely dedicated to greetings, so I'm not going to dive into it too much here, but the way that you can have a great first impression when it comes to greetings is your handshake. Now, I'm gonna get a little sciencey, and I will put some studies in the description box below if you want to nerd out on the science behind a great handshake. But having a great handshake can make or break your first impression, and here is the reason why. Handshakes, like all physical touch, induce oxytocin, and that oxytocin tells the other individual that you are trustworthy or not. So if you want to make a great first impression, you want the other individual to have that burst of oxytocin from your great handshake. A good handshake should be web to web, and you want to have the same grip or the same firmness of a grip as if you were testing the ripeness of a peach. So it's firm, but it is not crushing because you don't want to bruise the peach or that other person's hand. When you are shaking hands, you also want to make sure that you confidently and clearly state your name. Sometimes it might be appropriate to give a little context as to who you are, why you might be there, but that can differ depending on the situation. The first thing though is you want to confidently say your name. Now that we've gotten all of the first impression basics out of the way, we can move on to presence. Presence does not take perfection, but it does take a little bit of practice. And the number one way that we can present ourselves with elegant presence is to stop thinking about what it is that we're going to say next, stop rehearsing what is in our head, and listen to the individuals who are meeting with us, speaking with us, just taking that moment to be grounded in that moment. An important thing to remember is that people do not always remember every little detail that you said, but how you made them feel. So how calm, how warm, and how intentional you are matters a lot more than your elevator pitch. A great first impression does not end once you say hello. It lingers and lasts. So how you exit a conversation, how you follow up, and how you make others feel in group settings will matter. How we handle interruptions, interactions within a group, and handle the follow-up steps after that introduction are all part of creating a long-lasting, great first impression. Remember, etiquette is not about being perfect, but it is about being thoughtful. After meetings, you want to make sure that you follow up with next steps, you thank them. After social events, when you meet someone or you've been hosted, you want to send a thank you note. All of these things will help continue that great first impression, and that will lead to a good reputation. So we've made it to the end of the video, and I hope that you found it helpful. I will put more tips and tricks down below so that you can make sure that your next first impression is the absolute best. And I will also list those studies that are all about handshake science and why it truly matters. They are super fascinating, and I hope that you enjoy it. Like always, let me know the tea that you were drinking, and if you have any requests for future videos, I would love to hear it. But I also wanted to tell you a little bit more about my upcoming masterclass on elegant presence and confidence. It will be on June 26th, and I will link the waitlist down below. You can sign up for it. I'll be sending an email out with even more details about it later on this week to those who are signed up for that waitlist. It will be 75 minutes. It will have trainings on elegant presence, tools to help you and confidence, like help you boost your confidence. And it will also have a Q&A at the end. With all of my trainings, I also include workbooks with more tools and activities to help you continue that training as well. They are very similar to the ones that I create bespoke for my one-on-one clients, and I am super excited about it, super proud of it, and I hope that you will join me. So please sign up down below if you want to be the first to have access to it when it goes live. With all of the people who sign up for my newsletter or my waitlist, I always prioritize you. I always like to give bonuses to you. So please, if that's something that you're interested in, please go and sign up for it. And I am super grateful and thankful for all of you watching my video, signing up for my master classes, and just following me and joining me on this little journey. And I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.